goodbye. This is just a point in time.
When we part ways, we part to meet again, and meet again we shall, when all of you, the students of class of 2015, have made your mark on the world and shown everyone what Laurentians are truly made of. You are about to take the most important step of any journey, the first step. And when you take this step, you must bear in mind that you are part of a special race of human beings. One that doesn't accept coming in second. One that doesn't fear failure, but stumbles and comes back better than ever before. One that never, ever gives in. You are Laurentians. Over the last year, we have witnessed each and every one of you grow and flourish as leaders. You've left an indelible mark on our lives, and for that, we are forever grateful. But now it's time for you to look into the future, because we cannot begin a new chapter in our lives if we keep reading the last one.
The school choir now presents the farewell song, Go Now in Peace.
The head girl of 2015, Sonali Priyadarshini, to come up and address the gathering.
156 years and still going strong. In those 156 years, 1 to 9 years of some of our lives, a phase of time spent with infinite amount of fun and learning, with lessons learned inside and outside classrooms, some relationships built for life, and one moment to describe it all. Not so easy, but in the next few minutes, I shall try. Good evening, respected headmistress, deputy headmistress, bursar, members of the faculty, class of 2015, and fellow Laurentians. Today, as I stand on this podium for the last time as a student, there exists no clash of ideas as in a debate or strong presentation of views as in a speech or whatsoever. Today, as one of the firsts, I have not come on stage to be part of any competition. Today is different and probably a bit tougher, as I got to give an honest revelation of my thoughts. So looking down the memory lane, let me begin from where the Laurentian journey officially starts from, prep school, and the obvious that comes with it, Dame Touch. There's something about this whole concept of Dame Touch that makes people repeat it in their valedictory speeches year after year. I'm no different. Even the slightest of physical contact with the opposite gender was a disaster. I wonder how infected we would have been with people rubbing so-called germs on one another just so that they free themselves of it. Apart from Dame Touches, community baths, and playfulness that we as preppers once shared, there was something that set us apart, with Ishe, along with her sister, being the first Bhutanese to set foot in school, we were on record. Then came the inciting world of junior school and subsequently senior school. Those years were electrifying, exhilarating, and at the same time bizarre. Mainly because we were growing up together in an environment unlike home, away from home, and yet at home. Nevertheless, 10th grade nullified all the unfavorable effects of the previous years. It's that 1 year when there's a feeling of oneness as a batch and friendships have been nurtured strong enough, primarily because we know that not everybody might be there to complete the rest of the Laurentian journey with us in school. A year thereafter saw a new cheerful bunch coming in with some serious life skills because of their ability to become part of the Laurentian fraternity in just a matter of few months. Even so, the last 2 years in school have been better than expected. With a sense of seniority and responsibility, it's a different game altogether. In spite of there being a few perks being in the senior-most class, it definitely, without a shadow of doubt, is one of the most challenging years. As a matter of fact, 12th grade for any Indian student is challenging. Even though our education system is dominantly based on books, we are a lucky lot, for our education has gone beyond it. Some of us have become passionate, either about something or someone. Here at Lovedale, relationships have been built, some so strong that even separation does not pose a threat anymore. Some of us have developed interests, so much so that it might just end up being someone's profession. And if that happens, I'm sure we're treading along the right path. To all the Laurentians seated here, who I know are not really fond of long speeches, I have only 2 things to say. In fact, the first thing has already become part of our identity, and that is our school motto. The motto made my job of preparing this speech a little easier because it sums up everything that I wanted to say. Never give in. Look into it, understand it, swallow it, breathe it, whichever way, live with it. The second thing is that the only thing that competes with light in terms of speed is time. Time flies and will continue doing so. So here, the only thing one can do is fly with it. Hence, enjoy, learn, grow, pray, love, eat, and even do nothing. I like doing nothing. Whatsoever, use it. Even though I don't always follow it, I quote one of my favorites by Steve Jobs. Live each day as if it were your last. I now move on to the most important aspect of thank you. I take this opportunity to thank everybody. However, it would be unjust if I took out names, as I equally need to thank so many people, the list probably being longer than the speech itself. Surprisingly, it would again be unfair if I do not thank the teachers. We might have not always performed as expected, or might have been a reason for some disappointment. In spite of it all, the teachers still had hope and faith, something that I will always look up to. When my father recounts his school days, he once said that he wouldn't have had a sense of purpose if it weren't for some of his teachers. As I'm growing up, I realize he was right. I'm aware that a simple thank you does not compensate for anything that's been done. But tomorrow, if any of us grew up to be of some service to others and to society, it would all root back to our alma mater, for it was here that one of the strongest sources of guidance in the form of teachers existed and will continue to do so. Probably then, this thank you would reflect. It is said that faith makes all things possible. Hope makes all things bright. A teacher makes all things easy. Well, the quote says it all. Now that the time for us to leave is nearing, to the outside world, we would be students passing out of a prestigious boarding school. But in our Laurentian world, it's way more than that. In this ever-growing world with controversies, corruptions, crimes, massacres, killings, bloodshed unfolding by each passing day, here at Lovedale, we have set up our own world amidst all of that, safely far enough from all worldly perils. So leaving doesn't come that easy. Even though school has been the comfort zone for most of us, circumstances prevailing here might not have always been in our favor. But in spite of it, we've gone through those times, either with happiness or sorrow, and somewhere along the process, created memories, some moments even worth cherishing for life. Well, the good news here is it's a skill. To be more specific, a survival skill. We lived here, we can do the same outside with, of course, the Lawrence School Lovedale in our hearts. As repeated earlier by Jojo sir, I requote, "You can take me out of Lovedale, but you cannot take Lovedale out of me." Having said that, tomorrow, even a mere mention of Lovedale is sure to bring a smile across our faces. By the end of the day, that is what matters. Thank you, and never give in.
Thank you for those emphatic words that would surely leave an everlasting mark on every Laurentian seated here. Power isn't control at all. Power is strength, and giving that strength to others. This personifies Indrajit Rao, Head Boy 2015. Indrajit, we would like you to come up on stage to address the gathering.
Good evening, respected headmistress, DHM, bursar, teachers, and my fellow Laurentians. Nostalgia haunts me as I speak in this magnificent large hall. I have an ocean of mixed emotions as I speak, because this might be the last time I'm addressing the crowd here in Lovedale. My class people have had innumerable experiences here at Lovedale. I would like to share a few with you all. Back in prep school, where we were all very young and innocent, and there was this small boy who joined school with a mustache. By now, everyone would have guessed his name. It is Rangola. Prep school, where Dame Touch was practiced and was very orthodox. But some people didn't believe in it, like Dhiraj, Sanjit, Pranav Thimaya, Bhagwati, and Sarvesh. Aditya Krishnamurthy had pictures of models under his pillow. One day, a matey came to know about it. And all he did was put those pictures in his pocket and slip off. Akul Sai's famous reply, if anyone messed around with him, was, "What I done for you? Why you beating me?" Surya Dileepan was the dawn of prep school. Prep school was all rosy until people started fighting each other for a girl. The girl was Yashwanti. Prep school will be remembered for our childishness and our house spirit. We then moved into junior school, where class football was the latest trend and the most important thing. Roy was referred to as God by a selected few. The best part was he had bhajan timings. We all envied Mohammad Wahid's voice because when he sang in junior school evening, it made everyone go bonkers. One day, there was chemistry test in class, and one of the questions asked was, which is the most common fire extinguisher? The answer from Bhagwati was, Shri Muthu fire extinguisher. One day, Prayank had hit Akhil Shah with a pen on his head. He started bleeding when all of us got furious and asked him what he did, why he and what he did it for. He said, "Don't worry, he's not bleeding. It's just ink. I hit him with a red pen." Rishi was famous for making noodles during prep time. Yogesh was known for his tree trunk stories because he had stolen tuck and hid it in a tree trunk. Ranvijay had proposed to 2 girls on the same day. And when asked why he had done it, he replied saying, "If one doesn't agree, the other should." Junior school was a time of frivolities. It was time we moved into senior school. Every single person we knew told us that it's going to be a nightmare. But little did we know that there was going to be a time where we didn't want to wake up from the slumber. Our memories flash in front of us as we walk in every corridor in school. This was the place which changed Raja, Rangola, Sanjit, Abdul Rahim, Pranav and Pramod from just sportsmen to national level sportsmen. This was the place which changed Sarthak from a saint to an insane person. And Bhagwati from liking girls to loving ladders. We had our fair share of people who were extraordinarily smart and academically sound. They are Kushal, Johan John, Sudhanshu until 10th. Srijit, Sarapal, and our almighty Arun Madhav. We smile with pride when we think about Abraham slamming 154 runs in inter-school. Mullai was the most efficient person as he could get any work done. Ashin being the most sweet person, Adityan and Gayatri were the most adorable people in class. Rishabh Khedia had the most fascinating accent. Bilal was known for saying no as no. Kumaran being the most positive. One of the most interesting things to happen in school were tours. One such tour, we were traveling from Coimbatore to Hyderabad. Some people were playing tag in the train. It got more interesting when GVR sir and RJ sir joined the game by chasing them back to their berths. The same tour, while coming back, we got on from the train in Coimbatore. We had a head count. And from the head count, there was a person missing. After a lot of introspection and clarifications, we came to know the person who was missing was Yash Tiwari. Rohan Bhatt told GVR sir that he must be in Tirupati as he got down in the station for buying chips. But after a while, Yash called GVR sir from a co-passenger's phone and told him he's still on the train and the train had reached Kerala. After that, GVR sir had picked him from Palakkad. He said, "Can we have dosa on the way?" One of the most memorable things in school were treks on Sundays. One very interesting thing I noticed in school is the unity of the school, which is just not batch-wise. Irrespective of a few odd cases of a few juniors and seniors not getting along, the whole school would unite against anyone who said anything about this school. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our teachers, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be who we are today or who we are to become tomorrow. To them, I would like to say, we won't fail you. To my class, I would like to thank them for supporting me and encouraging me and sometimes pushing me to do well. A special thanks to my batch girls for always supporting us and being there for us when we needed someone. I'm very grateful to have the most beautiful girls in my class. And beauty, by beauty, I just don't mean beauty that is skin deep. I would like to thank the support staff for their loving and caring service. I would like to thank Kuldeep sir for everything he has done for me. I would like to thank my housemaster for his immense support. I would apologize to my housemasters and CJ ma'am for having to do their midnight rounds. I would like to thank my juniors for their immense support and apologize for losing my calm at times. I would like to thank Jojo sir for improving our school tremendously. Now I thank the headmistress for providing us with immense opportunities. I would like to say the school is one of the best schools. A few things need to be altered to make it the best. The student-teacher relationship should improve from both ends. The boy-girl relationship should improve in terms of them being penalized for talking to the other gender. This doesn't mean the students should take advantage and do what is incorrect. As we leave, we wish that we could relive our life here, as we didn't make use of all the resources in school and make changes that were necessary. I hope the successive batch makes use of the resources in school optimally. In terms of sports, we need to improve a lot. There was a time when people from other schools said, "Oh my God, my chances of coming first are gone. There's Lawrence School competing." Some of you all might be thinking it's past. No, every school might have a past, but ours has a history. With dedication shown by students and staff, history will repeat itself. I would say Lawrence School, Lovedale, is arguably the best school in India. In the near future, this statement will remain the same, but with one word missing: arguably. I will now say something that is enough to inspire you all. These words are present in every Laurentian's heart. They flow through their veins and loiter in their brains. I would say, never give in. Thank you.
It isn't the goodbyes that bring tears to our eyes. It's those flashbacks. So let's plunge into a joyous ride of flashbacks and memoirs. I would request the teachers to come up and give away the mementos to the students of the class of 2015. First, I would like to call on Jiju Joseph, sir. Abraham Jose, the recipient of the Vivek Bhatnagar Award for Excellence in Cricket, the Sumeru Prefect, the school cricket captain. These are just glimpses of the multifaceted personality that is Abraham Jose. An individual who led in the right way, the recipient of School Colours for Excellence in Cricket. Adityan Rajendran, an excellent defender with nerves of steel. He leaves us gaping when he steps onto the field, not to mention that he has a really great sense of humor. The recipient of School Scarf for Excellence in Football. Arvind Shanmugavel, someone who minds his own business and does what he wants to. Arvind will be remembered for his cool dressing style and knowledge about football. Ashin Dinesh. The best thing about him is that he never involved himself in issues that didn't concern him, and he never played the cane game with anybody. His determination has amazed us all. C. Mullai Vananathan, a good student, good friend, and great leader. Mullai's kind and magnanimous nature is very pleasing. His contributions to the school will always be remembered. The recipient for School Colours in Archery. Thank you, Jiju sir. Can we now have Ezzy sir on stage? Dandu Revant Verma. Dandu is a good hockey player. We hope that all the time he has spent studying in his joint with the light on really pays off. The recipient of School Scarf for Excellence in Hockey. Dheeraj Raj Singh, a good basketball player with an impeccable dressing sense. Dheeraj never imposed his authority on juniors in an unfair manner. Dikshant Rai. He is a friendly and happy-go-lucky senior whose ingenuity will be missed. Some of his infamous acts have made him really famous. Talk about irony. The recipient of School Scarf for Excellence in Hockey. Deepesh Kataria, a high academic performer. He was an active participant in school events that needed more brain than brawn. Hope he maintains this successful pace for the rest of his life. G. Varun Raj, friendly, helpful, and silent. His sincerity towards academics and sports is what best describes Varun. Thank you, SD sir. Will CRS ma'am kindly come up on stage to give the mementos? Abdul Rahim, a fun-loving senior with good rapport with the juniors. He is an inspiring basketball player, the recipient of school colors for excellence in basketball. Can the head boy please come collect his mementos? Indrajit Rao, a driving force behind the school basketball team. The boy with a change in status, but not in personality. The recipient of school colors for excellence in basketball. Karthik Mukesh Mundra. Always with a never-given attitude, he is a true Laurentian. His dedicated performance during the inter-school, despite being injured, inspired the team to perform to their best. Parul L. Jain, a master dancer. He is very thin. He always excelled in economics and played a crucial role in the school football team. Pramod Chandradev. Pramod is a really good prefect and has never cut our press. He was the popular choice for school leadership and discharged his duties justly. The most admired captain, his basketball talent is legendary. He is being re-awarded the School Blazer for excellence in basketball. Thank you, CRS ma'am.
BDK ma'am, we kindly request you to come on stage to give away the next set of mementos. Pranav Ravlani. He's one of the most inspirational leaders. He's an exceptionally talented tennis player and the greatest tennis captain of all time. The recipient of school colors for basketball and school scarf for tennis. R. Harishankar, a very loyal friend. His humbleness has always been portrayed in his endeavors to help his juniors and in his respect for his teachers. The recipient of school scarf for excellence in hockey. Rishabh Kedia, a very kind-hearted personality and someone who never hesitates to correct others' mistakes. Rishabh Sachdev, a silent and polite personality whose contributions towards the school cricket team are creditable. We hope that all the late nights he stayed up bear a sweet fruit to him. Rohan Malu, the vice head boy who actually made an effort to set an example for his juniors. Rohan's cricketing and academic achievements will always be remembered. His kind and understanding nature will always be appreciated. The recipient of school scarf for excellence in cricket. Thank you, BDK ma'am.